and get the famous drifter Ryan Turk get his autograph as well. So out here on track again, 74, that's Paul Smokey Smith in that Jap Speed Maxxis Tires S15, and then in the S14, Mike Newland. And he won the Players Show earlier this year where the Unicorn was on display, so he grabs the victory and will obviously grab a ticket to compete here. Paul Smokey Smith from Spalding, Lincolnshire.
Yeah, Paul Smith, the 2012 British Drift Champion. No stranger to getting that back end out, which is mandatory into that first corner.
Yeah.
Things drying up here is really going to pay dividends for those drift racers. There's a lot of guys with a background of drift, and it's really going to work in their favor. They've got those big, wide, slick back tires and very powerful cars, good for acceleration, and also you can make up for the fact that these cars tend to be slightly longer, and you can actually make them a bit more nimble. They're very easy to throw around because you can flick that back end because they've got so much power in those back wheels.
Nice job by Smokey.
So a fairly even race here.
Oh, but look at that, the 69 of Mike Newland. He's in the spin cycle a bit quicker. And here comes Paul Smokey Smith. You can hear him stay on the throttle, but with that, you're losing traction. You want to grip up. Where there's smoke, that means there's loss of traction. You know, you're getting more wheel speed. It looks cool, but that's a purpose-built drift car. You know, I mean, you look at it, that car has seen competition before, and Paul Smokey Smith, he's like you said, previous British drifting champion, and Mike Newland, you know, you can't bat an eye at him as well. So obviously he is faster through the finish line. Also, must be noted, you can see the white lines on the ground there at the finish line. They break the line, and they want to make sure they stop before the end of it. If their tire breaks the line, they will be docked another 2 seconds, just like a penalty you've seen on course.
So it's actually the tires that have got to remain inside that box on the finish.
Yeah, you can have a bumper hang, as they're calling it, but the tires need to maintain within that white and the white stripe box. All right, so let's swap them out. Swap.
Switcheroo.
Swippy swappy, flippy floppy.
Flippy floppy.
Yep. It's a very technical term, flippy flopping. It's when two cars alternate the lanes. Yeah. I don't know if it might go over my own head.
I think that might be American English.
it is American English.
An Americanism.
Americanism. Paul Smokey Smith, Mike Newland, back to the start line. You can see they get counted down. I don't know if you can see it there on the big screen or at home. Remember, tell your friends they can watch. Text them, youtube.com/Monster Energy. We're live. Jared DeAnda here, James Thorne, your tour guides here for our live stream. We'll be live on television later on when we get to the top 16. Oof. Oh, that's a big,
Mike
big
Newland coming in a little bit too hot. A little bit too much speed through that first corner, but it's not cost him too much. It's looking fairly neck and neck here. Two guys very comfortable in those drift cars. And I love Gymkhana. I love the way it brings together all different disciplines, drivers from all different walks of driving, and they can come together here and compete on an even playing field. Nobody really has that advantage, and it's the same with the cars as well. You can come here, as we've seen before, you can come here with like a small Volvo or Toyota. It doesn't matter about horsepower. It's purely about finding grip, and it is skill of driving. I mean, you can have the biggest cars out there. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be the fastest. So many different styles of driving have to come together.
Yeah, and again, just evidence strewn about the air. You could see Smokey Smith living up to his name, creating more smoke, but losing that traction. As you see, a 104 and a 101. Newland, even given that mistake there on entry, you saw that big sweeping turn. At the end of it, he comes to a halt. Let's take a look at it again here, James. So there, right here, right out of the gate, you see Newland.
Here's where he gets in trouble, just giving it a little bit too much, and you can see that counter steer, trying to straighten that car up, but he'd already just given it too much. But brings it all back together, makes up for it there on the...
That white box is crucial. I was just going to bring that up. No matter how clean you are, you got to run the right course.
Right, yeah.
You know, you got to tick all the boxes before you can cast your vote. All right, so Mike Newland, Team Jap 69. Now he's currently sitting on a DNF, so we're seeing, look at this. We're seeing Rob Woodford, he advances on. in that Miata and the MX-5. Marco Palagin, you know, these under-horsepowered cars, it just goes to show you, it's not all about brawn.
Yeah, it's not weightlifting.
No.
You've got to have that combination between muscularity and precision and a lightness of foot.
CrossFit.
See, look how intimate he's getting with those tires. It's incredible.
Yeah, nice job by Mike Newland. But remember, he has that DNF, so I mean, he would essentially need Dan Firmiger to make a critical mistake. So 101 and 59, so 2 seconds separate him, but Mike Newland sits on that DNF. Eddie, Newland would basically need Dan to have a DNF as well.
Right.
And then it would default to their first time, and yeah, man. So I think it's Dan's got it in the bag.
Dan's surely got this one in the bag.
So as we walk through, you're seeing Newland. Nice job for him.
With his police lights. So tell me, Jared, what is that massive air scoop on the back of that Volvo? It looks like a massive